Future Drew here with Mainstream Current, and if you're familiar with the series where we're talking about the November ballot coming up here in Maine, then you're going to be familiar with this format. I am recording this video currently after the video we're about to watch, but more on that after. Until then, let's get into the question at hand. So question 2 overview. Question 2 proposes a $25 million bond issued to fund research, development, and commercialization in critical sectors such as life sciences, renewable energy, and precision manufacturing. The funds would be allocated through a competitive grant process and require matching contributions from private and federal sources. Trying to understand these bonds, a bond issue is a way for the state to borrow money to fund public projects. Investors buy these bonds, effectively lending money to the state, which agrees to pay back the principal amount plus interest over a specified period, typically 10 years for state bonds. This mechanism allows the state to undertake large-scale projects without immediately raising taxes or relocating funds from other areas. Right away, like the fact that it grouped life sciences, renewable energy, and precision manufacturing made me need to look up the term riders. Riders are when you have a bill and certain things are snuck in underneath that bill. And immediately my cackles were raised on this one because those life sciences, Maine offers a lot, marine biology, you name it. Like Maine has a ton of things, biology and life sciencey. So I can understand that. Renewable energy, say less. We've talked about this. Precision manufacturing, okay, say more, like I'm intrigued, but grouping them all together, I'm just sus because we're taking on more debt to do something that seems rather experimental. And I understand that we need research and development in order to move forward. In order to make money, you need to spend money sometimes. But with everything going on in the world, the fact that our targeted sectors are life sciences encompassing biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, medical devices, and healthcare innovations. Renewable energy focuses on sustainable energy sources like wind, solar, and hydroelectric power. Precision manufacturing involves advanced manufacturing techniques using robotics, automation, and data analytics. Those sound good. We should be working towards them. Should we be putting that kind of money towards those kind of things right now, this year? No, I don't think so. We need to get matching contributions. So not only we're allowed to have some money, but then we have to make sure to balance it back. And sure, it'll create some high-paying jobs and industry attraction. But how much of that actually goes back to taxpayers? Yeah, it'll go to our state, but does that actually help the citizens of the state? Us maniacs? Technological advancement, global competitiveness, increased investment and risk management, mitigation, resilient economy, long-term benefits. We're not in a position to do that right now. If we were a family, if Maine was a family and we were looking towards what we were going to do to get through the winter into next spring, I'm sorry, I don't even have 10 cents out of $1 to give towards that. And I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but we just have so much more going on. State borrowing, these are some of the cons of it. We have debt, increased interest payments, and then the fiscal responsibility that goes with it because we have to pay back the principal on top with the interest. And if we can't do it, then we're going to be refinancing and looking for longer term, and it's very uncertain. We don't know what we're going to get for a success rate, and the economic impact is potential. It's unknown. We don't know. And so For question 2, it just seems like there's a lot of riders, things that are trying to be snuck into a bill that sounds better than it actually is, and when you're voting for one thing, you're actually voting more for another thing that was snuck in there. And maybe I'm wrong on this. I couldn't find any direct correlation there. I did look into that, so this is my opinion there with riders in question 2. But yeah, that just, it could be a significant investment, but I don't know that the risk is worth the reward. Is the risk worth the reward? I don't have answers here necessarily, but I want to know your responses. So go ahead and leave some comments down below. I won't be able to respond to them in the video, but I will respond to them in the comments section. So, Future Drew here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for understanding that I have a busy schedule and I'm learning on the go. I will film videos and I think that they'll be good, but then I look at them later during editing and I realize that I need to chop them up, which is the case here. And so I'm doing a Future Past Drew compilation where I get to explain what was happening. So that was question 2, and like I said, I already shared my opinion, but like I said, I want to know your opinions. So go ahead, like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that good stuff because it really helps a small growing channel like mine out. So until next time, this has been Drew Hoagland with Mainstream Current.
Ready, fight!